Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Movie Money Mashup, a special Christmas edition. And we decided that we needed another guest star, so we have the great Lisa Barber. She's a financial coach. How long have you been coaching?
24 years.
24 years. She has been a mentor to Laura and I, and she's just amazing and wise. So we decided, hey, we're going to talk about the Christmas Vacation movie, 1989, Chevy Chase, the third installment of the Vacation series. And this happens to be she actually shared her favorite movie, not just Christmas movie. We've been talking about how there are many categories to Christmas movies. But we'll get into that. I'm going to do the synopsis for all those who haven't watched it. And if you haven't, watch it as soon as possible. This is the year, but maybe not with too many kids around. So Christmas Vacation, third in the series of Vacation, and the only one that actually keeps the Griswolds at home. They don't go anywhere. So instead of road trip mayhem, all the chaos comes to them, family. Clark sets his sights on crafting the ultimate family Christmas, a glowing, shimmering, borderline mythic holiday experience, and that's the key word for this, is mythic. And the more the house turns into a festive pressure cooker, and what follows is a holiday avalanche with mishaps, meltdowns, unexpected squirrels, all orbiting Clark's stubborn belief that this year's Christmas is going to finally be the one. And the result is a wonderfully unruly portrait of high expectations colliding with real life. And actually, I have a fun fact that I didn't realize. Have you guys ever seen the cartoon Betty Boop?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The lady who does Betty Boop's voice, this was her last on-screen appearance.
Oh, she was.
Yeah. She is Aunt Bethany in my notes. So as usual, I'll let Laura kind of start us off with the money lesson. First money lesson.
I get to pick the first one? Okay. Yeah. Well, just so everybody knows, David was prepared and printed his off on paper, and I didn't. Okay, so this is not the money lesson I was going to say, but this is what was coming up to my mind when you were talking about all that. How much is their electric bill?
Oh, yeah.
Like how much are they? Because we're in the process of buying a house, so I'm thinking about these things. And I'm sitting here going, how much money did that man spend on electricity? Because like not only are there so many lights, how many, like 25,000 lights, is that something
so
like that?
Powerful that angels are singing from heaven when it gets turned on.
Yes. I mean, it was like you could see it from the freeway. I don't know what's happening. And like you got an RV and you got all the people in there, and like there's a lot of electricity bill that's going on. We have to think about these things before we do things like setting up the bajillion-dollar Christmas lights, because you don't want January you to be mad at you when that Christmas electricity bill comes in.
And if you recall, in the movie, as soon as the lights go on, the electrical thing starts like going.
Yeah, they had to hit the auxiliary.
Remember?
Yeah,
the auxiliary. And then the whole block, it's all dark around the whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa, what comes to mind for you? Or did you have more?
I was just also thinking about the inflationary numbers. If we knew what the number was then, what would the number be now?
1989.
It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain to think about.
Oh, that'd be a good question for AI to put that in terms of inflation. You know, the big one for me, and I remember the first time I watched this movie, it like my heart was like pitter pattering, and this was before I started working here. I mean, back in '89, the idea that he purchased the pool before his wife knew.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had this
Yeah.
conversation the other day. There's not an $80 maybe. We have a $100 limit, but like anything over $100, we have a conversation about. We have a conversation about. Ellen was the voice of reason. She was always like, "Are we sure we're supposed to be doing this? Are we sure we're supposed to be doing this?"
It was funny. I was just looking for my phone to look at AI, but we're recording on my phone. And for those of you who don't know, Lisa works at Ramsey, and that's where we are right now. We didn't mention that. You were like, before I start working, I'm like, where are we? We're at Ramsey recording this, and Ramsey Solutions is a fantastic place. If you need help with your money, this is where you go, besides Laura and I.
Right.
And
go to them. and then.
Yeah. But I would love to know, because the deposit on his pool was $7,500. What is that now? That's 1989, $7,500.
Right. I'm looking.
Is that 40 years ago?
1989. Stop with that. With you and your.
Is it 40?
I'm getting really close to 40.
Oh yes. Yeah. I guess I am too, because I was born in '87.
Okay, inflation adjusted value, the $7,500 deposit in 89 would be $19,600
Wow.
today.
Wow.
That was just the deposit? That's
That
not the
was-
whole thing?
that
No,
was
that
just
was
the
just deposit. So that you could get break the ground at the thaw. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
So-
wow.
Merry Christmas, honey.
Yeah, but that struck me. Now, so in '89, I was married and had a baby. So, Clark Griswold, that thing was relevant in my life. There was a lot of that going on because of the time that that's maybe a key to this, is the time that we were coming out of. I mean, back in the 70s, a woman couldn't put her name on a mortgage. She couldn't have credit. So we're just 10 years past that, right? And so that wouldn't have been, I think, for many people,
Right
an
at that time.
unusual thing. Isn't that interesting? But it was for me, because I was in a little bit of a different generation. So it struck me, that was one thing. I love that you said Ellen tries to be the voice of reason.
That's what I said.
You said that. She tries to be tries to be operative there,
Yeah.
right? But
I don't think he hears anything.
just everything. I mean, there's so many things that when the family's going out shopping and Ellen's mother is asking, well, should I put that on a card? I mean, there are just so many little things when they're in the scene with Mary and he and Russ are in the shopping mall. There is a transaction going on behind Mary that is a credit card transaction. You don't even notice it's there. It's there, but there was so many little things like that in that movie.
When you become a financial coach, you notice these
Yeah.
things. My daughters have a Barbie that has her credit card will fit in her hand and it like straps onto so that she can always have it on her. And I'm like,
They had that in the
rid of that.
90s. Yeah,
We're gonna
they had
get
that
rid
in
of
the
that.
90s. My sister had a Barbie doll like that. You know, the idea of this movie, I think the overall thing that I completely identify with is Clark wants that perfect family
Perfect family
Christmas.
He does.
And it's something that I feel like watching it again this year hit with me because I grew up where my family, we had 35 people and we would get together at my grandparents' house. And I was actually at an event this morning with a bunch of other business owners and we were all like tight and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I hate this. I'm like, I kind of miss being squished against like with my cousins and my aunts and uncles because we were in that same space. And so he's trying to recreate everything so bad. And even when they go out to cut down the Christmas tree and Clark is just telling the kids, tough it, this is what, this is the right way, this is the right way. And so he
Part
has,
of the experience.
It's part of the experience, yeah. And he has all these ideas, and even with the lights, like I have done these things, my friends. I have been in the dark working on the lights in my house. I have literally done the drum roll, everybody come out in the front yard, do the thing, and I've had it not work before. And actually right now in my house there's a little bit that it's out and it's bothering me. So did you see it last night?
No.
Good,
I was
good.
looking at the candy canes.
Yeah. So I can be kind of a perfectionist. I can be kind of pushing I can be kind of pushing past, feelings in my family because I want to accomplish the objective. And then I find out that what was I doing this whole time? I'm so on this over here that I'm missing what's going on, the beautiful things going on that. And that's what we can do with our money as well, is that we're not thinking about how much our electric bill is going to be. We're not thinking about the hit that the pool is going to actually make because we're just trying to get that one little thing, but it's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah. And then there were some of the other unexpected things. Like they then did Christmas for Cousin Eddie's children.
Okay.
Remember? And that scene in the grocery store and Eddie's putting all the dog food on the cart, these huge bags of dog food and things like that. But here they are, he's worried about money already. Yeah. And he takes on more because it's the Christmas season.
And how many of us do that? I have clients that in June we start saying, this is who you can buy for Christmas and this is the budget, so we're saving up for that. And then one of those that I have, she's a spender. She is impulse and uncontrolled. Like we have to work very hard on this. And she came to me and she goes, okay, there's one person we forgot. I have to adjust my budget so that I can, because I have to buy for him, and we totally forgot about him in June. And I was like, we've been working on this since June, and you forgot about him? And she's like, he's turning 9. His birthday and Christmas are at the same time, so I have to do 2 presents. I was like,
oh, when's his birthday?
I didn't ask. It's not my nephew. I don't know.
Okay.
But so we have to, when that happens, you either adjust your budget or you adjust your expectations, but you have to adjust something. Something has to give. And too often we are stuck in, oh, I'm just going to use my credit card and I'll let future me worry about it. Future me can take care of it. Well, future you is going to be really frustrated at right now you. And so we might as well set ourselves up for a little bit of uncomfortable right now and a better future. I think too many people today forget about that. We're only worried about now. And so trying to adjust that thinking, that's why we're here. But the amount of money lessons that we learn accidentally, and even though you're talking about this and there's just a credit, should I put it on a card? We hear that. And we don't think anything about it. We don't think of course, yeah, put it on a card. It's so natural now that you have to think to not do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it's the same when it comes to gambling. If you have a big win, they always tell you, okay, now walk away, and stop for a minute, which my wife is not good at doing. There was one time where she just won big, and then I was like, okay, stop or walk away. She's like, it's fine. It was all lost.
That's okay. It wasn't real. It's so that's the other thing, and this is not in my notes, but this is a good one. It's similar to what my notes were. He's gambling on assuming that this bonus is coming.
Ooh, I'm glad we're going there.
It's a full-on gamble. At anytime you're like, well, I'm gonna earn this next month. It's fine. And I have clients that we've had to walk through this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know that I'm gonna make this much money next month. That bird is not in your hand, my friend.
Yep.
That bird is not in your hand. You cannot count those chickens. They had not hatched.
How many analogies can we come
I'm
up
going to
with?
go as many as I can.
Do them.
As many
Keep
as I
rolling
can.
it off. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sitting here
That's
going,
right.
you're gambling. Anytime you're like, well, I'm going to get paid. What if you get fired?
Yep. What if the business decides, we're laying off people?
Okay, we're laying off.
Or they're not going to distribute profit sharing, or that bonus is going to be delayed,
or your bonus is
it's
going to be
the jelly
jelly.
of the month.
That jelly. That's right. How much can we sell that for and pay toward the $7,500 deposit?
I'm still stuck on, I don't know why in my head I was like $7,500 back then. That's the whole pool, right?
Oh, yeah, it's deposit.
That's the deposit. And an appreciation that's nearly $20,000 for the deposit. It hurts my heart.
Yes.
It really does. It's making my heart go pitter patter just thinking about how much money that pool cost.
Not telling your spouse about it.
She's that one again. That struck me the first. But you're talking about budgeting. You're preparing for gifts, and a common conversation that I have is that. But they'll say, "Well, I have a $1,000 budget for Christmas," and I'll say, "Well, do you buy a tree? Will that include decorations that you're going to spend this month? Are you hosting Christmas dinner? The things that come along with that, and is it all in that $1,000? Oh yeah, reality sets in, right?
Oh, we definitely have that conversation. My clients that are willing to go with me in June, right? Like, let's start planning now, because I Christmas in July is a thing, and I enjoy it. It's a great time to buy gifts and then stock them away and pretend like you don't need to buy anything else for the rest of the year. But you have to plan. Do you know how much it costs to go see Santa now? I mean, it doesn't cost anything to go see Santa.
It depends
but to buy
on
the
where
to
picture,
get a
it's like-
photo,
It's like $70,
and they
for
don't
one
let
picture.
you.
No.
They don't let you take
You
your own.
can't take it your own.
Yeah,
No, absolutely
you
not.
can't do that.
No.
Yeah, everything. I was looking at. I was thinking, gosh, our little girls, our little granddaughters, maybe the Nutcracker or something like that. Oh my goodness!
No, it's
that there's that would have been our whole Christmas gift budget for all the grandkids. It is too expensive. And then I'm thinking about even just going back to the movie, The Unexpected Guest with Eddie and Catherine and the children.
Yeah.
Now we've got more at Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Very likely Ellen had to make another grocery run, right?
Yeah.
So that happened. And then the other part of it that always got me is that, he was doing this for family but also he wanted, I mean, why else would you put a display on like that if you didn't want your neighbors to be impressed by something, right?
Yeah.
The Joneses, you know?
Trying to get
They had the
to
ultimate
be.
Joneses, which,
Yeah.
another fun fact, this was exactly 1 year before Julia Louis-Dreyfus became Elaine on Seinfeld.
Ah.
Yeah, 1 year right before.
she's on a roll, that one. She never stopped. She's always just going. I'm looking at my notes.
And his mishaps caused unexpected expenses for his neighbors too. Remember the broken window,
Oh, yeah.
the line in the floor,
did
and
this
the
happen?
carpet, and
Get a towel, Todd.
That's right.
And actually, I'm sorry, another fun fact, because I'm thinking of Elaine and Dorothy Roberts, who becomes the mom on Everybody Loves Raymond a few years ago. I look at them in this movie, and it's almost like they're already starting to become those other
those characters.
because she's the mom,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
she's kind of Elaine-ish, you know.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
She just
It's
certainly
so
made the movie.
Doris
I
Roberts
loved
is so
it.
good.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So have either of you ever had a real tree mishap, such as an animal?
No, that's not
No,
a
never.
thing.
Well, you never know.
No, what squirrel's going to stay in while you're chainsawing the tree down?
Maybe
Okay.
what if you're chopping it with an axe, because that's how you really do it.
Now, we didn't have a squirrel.
Okay, there we
no,
go.
okay.
See,
But
there we go.
A real tree thing. Okay, so we were in so many funny things about this Christmas that I'm
Okay.
about to describe to you.
Okay.
Horrible crisis. My husband had been sick. He'd lost his job. We had tremendous medical bills. It was just a messy Christmas. So my youngest daughter was turning a year old. So our crisis had started the Christmas before. So we're coming out of this crisis. So I go in and I tell the kids that we're just going to change some things up. We live out in the country. We live out in the county. So we were going to cut down a cedar tree and bring it in. And thankfully, it was sitting on the front porch for a few hours, because what happened is I walked out to get it, and these little beetles were everywhere, coming out of this tree, all over the porch,
Well, I
all
believe
over
that.
the side of the house. That would have been in my house.
Yeah.
I would have much rather dealt with the squirrel than what we was beetles.
Yeah.
So my husband had to take it out he sprayed it with the pressure washer, cleaned it really good, knocked a lot of needles off of it, and we brought this scrawny little tree in
Charlie Brown
finally,
Christmas tree in, yeah.
and we decorated it with the popcorn and the cranberries and handmade ornaments and all the fun. So it was funny, and it's a fantastic
Sounds
memory.
terrible. It does not sound funny.
The other thing that was funny is that Jessica, our youngest, was about a year old, and so we have 4 children. Of course, her and the toddler, they were not really aware of what all was going on, but the older 2 children, of course, were. And so I went in and I sat the kids down and I said, listen, this is what we're going to do. You're used to some elaborate Christmases, but this year there'll just be 3 gifts under the tree. And my oldest son he was shocked, and what do you mean? And he's just going on and on. He's mad and he's angry, and I'm getting angry at his response to this. And I was like, what is happening? And then it dawned on me that I told them that we would just have 3 gifts under the tree, and there are 4 children, and he knew.
He was going to be the one that didn't get one.
He'd be the one because he's the bad one, right? He just knew he was going to get the call.
Yeah.
Hilarious. That was just
You meant
really
3
funny.
per
3
kid.
per child. You all got that. You understood
I
it.
knew what you meant.
But from a kid's perspective,
Yes.
there's 4 of us and only 3 gifts. Who's getting left out?
Bless his
I know.
little heart.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
it is sweet now. It was hilarious then. So,
When did he find out?
after I stopped laughing. Okay, so I'm laughing so hard, and of course, if you've ever done that with your children, you're laughing at something they've said, they get madder and madder and madder till
and then you
I
start
could
laughing
gain
harder because
composure.
You can't. Yes.
Yeah. That's when I filled him in. So that Christmas was filled with a lot of mishaps, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And would you say, connecting with the movie here, do you feel like Clark learned anything? Like, is the next Christmas going to be a little bit different?
Probably worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Knowing
it's
Clark
worse?
Griswold, it would be worse. He's going to try, because at the end of the movie, he's like, I did it. And Clark is a competitive
Yeah.
man. That
That's
means
true.
next year he's going to be even more outrageous. I have no doubt.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. That
Yeah.
poor woman that's married to him. Oh, goodness. We gotta have conversations with our spouses, guys. We
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
expectations together.
Yeah.
Not
Well, I
always
was gonna
so.
say actually, my wife and I at the end of each year, this is what I would coach Clark to
Okay.
do: is all right, you had this Christmas, right? This is the amount of money you ended up spending, and now let's talk about next Christmas before we get there. And my wife and I, we do this every year. We ask ourselves, did we have enough money when we kind of create a Christmas budget before we get there,
Yeah.
while we're remembering the pain or what went well this year. And but that's what I would tell them. But it's funny, I was thinking earlier, the Christmas in July thing, I have gone too crazy before, and because I break up and I save up Christmas from January through November, and there have been times when I bought too many Christmas gifts in like July and have a closet full of Christmas gifts when we're nowhere near yet. But yeah, but that's what I would tell them. Like, let's plan. Let's make it less stressful.
I love a good post-op. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we finished Christmas. What did we like? Let's
And
do
what-
that again.
yeah.
What did we not like? Let's pivot. Let's do something different. I think
Yeah.
when you can be close enough to it to still have the feelings, the true feelings, not the fuzzy feelings that have, there's been distance. So I kind of remember and I kind of liked it. If you hate something, if you hate going, ice skating with your kids and that's not the most fun thing you've ever done, don't do it next year.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, I'm not speaking from
Or they can go
experience.
and you
It's
can
fine.
watch. Oh, have you hurt yourself ice skating?
I've
A
never
little
hurt
bit of
myself.
passion in
but
that
it's but
dialogue.
it's cold, and like somebody's always complaining the whole time. Never the same child at the same time. It's always a different child, or this one gets over it and moves on, and now this one's
And then
complaining.
this
It's
one.
just, it's not my favorite thing. But when Dad takes them, they don't complain to him,
Wow.
so he can take them next year.
Yeah, and then you can have quiet momming time. How about that?
I myself with some hot chocolate, please.
And I will say, being 6'1", almost 200 pounds, the worst thing for me when it comes to ice skating is I'm going along and these little hockey kids like sliding in front of you. And I'm just like, I'm gonna take you out. Go.
Yeah.
My mom
That's
broke her
scary.
elbow that way. We
Yeah.
were at a skating rink at a Girl Scout party, and a little kid cut her off, and she fell back and then fell back on her arm and broke her elbow.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that stuff. And I tell you, I'm the money grandma, so I would budget that. Like I was talking about looking at Nutcracker, right? So we do budget ice skating, and it's become a tradition. But I don't do the ice skating. Their moms and dads have to deal with the whining and the complaining and the falls and the stuff.
If they
And
want me to pay for it, I'll pay for it. And you guys go do it.
and then you
Have
go
a good
do
time.
it. There you go.
I
That's,
actually,
I'm okay with that.
It might be weird, but I actually like ice skating better than roller skating. I feel like I fall more with roller skating.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
good at roller skating, and it's not as cold.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
Well-
me. I don't like the cold,
That's fun.
friends.
That's
I don't
fun.
like the cold.
Well,
Well, but I appreciate this conversation so much. It really is so relevant. Number one,
Oh,
to
yeah.
this, not just the season that we're in, but budgeting in general. Just as you all were talking about principles and then some lessons to learn from that. One thing I would say is every month is unique.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't forget that piece. 80% of your budget is fix it and it's the same. But the variables, that's what happened in Christmas Vacation. Number one, that's what makes it so funny. But it's so real life.
Yeah.
As hysterical and ludicrous as it seems, it reflects real life in so many ways. But every month, so here we are in December, right? So January's right around the corner. And it's not just about getting your finances in order, it's about being real about your finances. We just very realistic. Just the talk with your spouse, the setting right expectations, various things like that. Having lots of really fun conversation about money, because we don't want money to not be a fun conversation.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But it becomes unfun when we don't look at the month ahead
Right.
and we don't set the right expectations.
And we don't talk to each
have
other.
Right.
we don't have
Talk
a
to each other.
conversation. Those are the two biggest things I think from that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Final thoughts, Laura, as we're landing the plane.
Oh my goodness! You just brought up so many things that I was thinking. So I gotta focus. That's the hard part. What I really love about the heart of the movie is the family loves each other. they care about each other. They want, like, Clark just wants them to have a really fabulous Christmas, and he wants to build a pool because he wants his kids to have fun, and like he wants the neighbors to be like, oh, I want to be like Clark when I grow up, but they don't. I just think it's so, the heart of it is so beautiful, and if we can look at our best intentions and say, where is this good and where can it be better, and we can adjust from there. So always taking, I think the best time to ever have a money conversation or to build a budget or to do any of those things are not in the heat of the moment, not when somebody just showed up and we have to adjust on the fly, not when there's a random squirrel running around the house, but like we take those quiet moments and plan for the future and adjust for the future, as opposed to being stuck in the now and like frustrated. So find a quiet moment, have that conversation with your spouse. If you don't have a spouse, you need an accountability partner, or you guys need a mutual bad guy. You call me and David, like we'll help you walk through it. It'll be fine.
You can always blame us. I had two things come to mind for me is, of course, because your cousin Eddie might show up. So, so it's not, planning. We're always going to do the best we can in planning, but at the same time, we need margin to be able to handle when cousin Eddie, because you don't know.
Oh,
know?
Oh, sorry.
This is my final thought, Laura.
It made me think of something. There's this episode of Boy Meets World, where Rachel is, she's having her first ever dinner party, and Eric brings a girl. And she's freaking out. And she's like, I only have 7 hens. I only have 7. She made Cornish hens. And she's like, I only have 7 hens and 7 potatoes. So we can't have an 8th person. Guys, prepare. Make an extra hen just in case.
Get the extra Cornish hen. That's a great point.
Sorry, I was like, oh, sorry. Your point was good.
She evidently didn't live in the South then, because if you come to, you can bring 30 more people, and we have enough food in my house.
No, they were in Philadelphia.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So my final thought is have that margin, but then also, don't worry about perfection, because people love you and your family just wants to hang out with you too. A perfect Christmas, just jumping to Grinch, not the Jim Carrey version, is about us being together. All right, everybody. Well, we'll have to figure out what Christmas movie we want to do next. Feel free to message us. Let us know what Christmas movie you'd like us to do. I know what I want to do, but we'll see if Laura wants to do it. But and if y'all noticed, Laura and I were in person.
It's very exciting.
Cool. She came to visit me, just me. She had no other reason for being here. No, she can visit Lisa too, another thing. But yeah, this has been so much fun getting to do this in person, because it's usually over Zoom. And if you want to see past episodes, and if you want to watch this one, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube. And where else can they?
Or you can listen to it on the Money and Career podcast over on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are given away for free.
Yeah. And if you want to support the show, go check us out on Patreon.
Patreon.com/movie money mashup.
I love how Lisa's just like looking.
I do watching.
I know, it's so cool.
Like, this is a volleyball
But
game.
thank you so much for hanging out with us.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fun. You guys are fun. Talking about the movie is amazing, but you guys are fun.
Aw, thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right,
Bye.
All right, bye, everybody.